For those of you guys that didn't think that age verification had some sort of financial aspect to it, Meta, the owner of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, is literally pushing countries like Canada to have App Store age verification ID laws. Sorry if my voice is more annoying than usual today. I'm a little sick, but Meta is working to convince the Canadian government to introduce new laws that would make age verification mandatory at the App Store level. When is this going to end, man? The company has been lobbying Ottawa for months, saying it has received positive feedback from officials. They've probably received positive feedback because those legislations are happy that they have all this information from the general public now. To support its push, Meta paid Council Public Affairs to poll Canadians on what kind of digital safety measures they want for teens. The poll found that 83% of parents favor requiring app stores to confirm users' ages before app downloads. These parents have no idea what they're talking about or what they're asking for. They are saying that they would want the App Store to have that ID of their kids to verify their ages, and they would prefer that over just actually parenting their kids themselves and just watching out what's on their phone. It's actual insanity, man. But anyways, Meta highlighted those results, saying, quote, "The council data clearly indicates that parents are seeking consistent age-appropriate standards that better protect teens and support parents online, and the most effective way to understand this is by obtaining parental approval and verifying age on the App Store." So basically what I'm hearing is these parents don't want to be parents and do their job and actually monitor what their kids do. So in reality, what they would rather prefer is for everybody that uses the App Store and the internet in general to be forced to provide an ID just because these guys are incompetent in raising their children. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm really getting tired of this, and the fact that this just keeps spreading to more states, countries, and even continents worldwide is really annoying. Meta Canada's Director of Public Policy described the idea as by far the most effective, privacy protective, efficient way to determine a user's age. Privacy protective, huh? I don't think we have the same definitions of that term. But anyways, that phrase may sound privacy conscious, but in practice, the plan would consolidate control over personal data inside a small circle of corporations such as Meta, Apple, and Google, while forcing users to identify themselves to access basic online services. So basically, these three companies are going to have access to everybody's information, and we're just supposed to just sit here and do nothing about it. However, Google did actually push back on Meta's proposal because remember, Meta is advocating for App Store age verification, which would mainly affect Apple and Google, but not Meta themselves. So Google criticized the proposal, calling it an attempt to avoid direct responsibility. Time and time again, all over the world, you've seen them push forward proposals that would have app stores change their practices and do something new without any change by Meta, said Google's Senior Director of Government Affairs. I mean, that's a good point. So Meta wants everybody to have all this App Store age verification while they sit on their asses and do nothing themselves. Obviously, we'd all prefer if there was no ID age verification to begin with, but it's pretty hypocritical to sit there and be like, oh, these companies should be doing this and this, meanwhile, these guys do nothing about it themselves. Behind those corporate disputes lies a much bigger question. Should anyone be required to verify their identity in order to use the internet? No. Parents should be required to do their fucking job as parents. That's what should happen. Embedding age checks at the operating system or app store level might sound simple, but it comes with profound consequences once the ability to install or use software depends on a verified identity. Anonymity, therefore freedom of expression, start to disappear. Not to mention, Google and Apple would become a massive target, even though they are already an even bigger target for hackers who would be ready to get their hands on that level of information. That would be billions of dollars worth of biometric data, and it would just be simple data collection. All they want is our biometric data so they can sell all that stuff. Open and independent technology would be most at risk. Obviously, every single company that has age verification would be on a huge upswing of getting hacked, and they would be major targets for major hacking groups. That already happened to Discord, happened to the T-app. And the more we mandate this stupid rule of age verification throughout the world and all these internet companies, the more they're going to get hacked. It's not surprising at all, but it is pretty crazy that a lot of these companies and corporations are supporting all these age verification bills as well. We know why they want to do it, because they're going to benefit from all the information that gets collected from us. But to be honest, a lot of these companies and corporations deserve backlash for backing these stupid age verification bills. Grindr uploaded a blog post Tuesday sharing that the company supports an age verification bill that was recently introduced to Congress by two Republicans, Mike Lee of Utah and Republican John James of Michigan. The bill, which is expected to be debated during a House committee meeting, is called the App Store Accountability Act, which, quote, creates a single secure age verification process to the App Store level and allows developers to receive a verified age signal. And as I mentioned in my last age verification video, this bill has been supported by Meta, Snap, and X. Grindr's head of global government affairs, Joe Hack, published a post earlier this week where he wrote, "We invest significant resources, including an age gate, device level bans, human moderation, proprietary AI tools, and partnerships with child safety organizations to prevent and remove underage users. We support John James's App Store Accountability Act because it strengthens this work. The bill creates a single secure age verification process to the App Store level and allows developers to receive a verified age signal. This approach, approved by nearly 90% of parents," I'm going to lose my mind at these statistics, by the way, this makes me so mad, "is safer and more consistent consistent than requiring users to verify their age separately across many apps. My question is, who are these parents, man? These studies make me so mad. Are these parents just that dumb where they don't realize the actual ramifications of what will happen if we mandate age verification to this level? Here's some statistical data of people who support or oppose or strongly support, strongly oppose, whatever, age verification in app stores, and the vast majority of people support it. The vast majority of people are willing to submit their own IDs, their kids' IDs, everyone's IDs in the world just because they have the inability to fucking parent their kids because they're unable to be good fucking parents and just watch what their kids do on the app store and the internet. It makes me so upset because this type of shit is just such a slippery slope. I've been saying this for months when I've been talking about age verification. I mainly started talking about age verification in August when YouTube was doing it, but now it's spreading to everything way past YouTube. It's way bigger than YouTube now. It's spreading to countries, states, continents, and the world in general. And to see statistics like this where the vast majority of people are in total support of age verification laws in app stores, it just makes me so mad. Like I said, I don't know if these people are just genuinely malicious, like they want our information to be collected, or if they're just really stupid and naive, because if they really think they're going to be protecting their kids' data by doing this, they're doing the complete exact opposite by forcing everybody to provide IDs in app stores. Is it so difficult for parents and guardians to just watch what their kids do to parent their fucking children, or the government has to do everything and they want to put everything in the government's hand, so they have to walk your hand through parenthood and babysit your kids? Like I said, it really annoys me because this whole situation just keeps getting worse and worse, and I'm really trying to look for the bright side in all this and see if there's going to be people who fight this, and there are a few lawsuits against certain states and stuff like that, but according to a lot of these statistics, it seems like most people are in huge favor of these app store age verification laws, and it's just so annoying. I make this point in literally every single video that I make about this situation, but it all started in the UK with their freaking Kids Online Safety Act, and it was supposed to be just for adult websites. A lot of people still disagreed with that, but they were like, okay, fair enough, kids I guess shouldn't get free access to those adult websites. Then it turned into literally everything. YouTube, Spotify, the App Store, every single app that you can think of, every single state, country, and continent you can think of eventually having age verification laws. And now we have to ask ourselves this question: when is this going to end? What have we done? And the fact that a lot of these companies are supporting this type of stuff too shows that there's some sort of financial reasoning behind this, some sort of financial backing. They know that they can make money off of collecting the information off of the masses. Age verification turned from trying to protect kids from seeing inappropriate content on the internet to trying to collect literally everybody's information across the world. They always say they do it for the kids, but as we always say, it was never about the kids. It was only about collecting information, collecting data, and we're at this point right now where if we don't try to fight this, it's going to be over soon. When every single state, country, continent, and the entire planet in general starts to have age verification, it's going to be extremely difficult to fight. So we have to try to make some noise about this and try to make videos and tweets and whatever right now while we still have a chance, because once all this stuff gets passed, it's going to be extremely difficult to repeal all of these laws. Meta in general will get a gigantic middle finger from me because the fact that they are literally lobbying the federal government to have age verification laws across the entire country, they can go to hell, man. I know what they're trying to do, and Facebook has already been exposed so many times for collecting people's information. Facebook is a piece of shit website, and screw Meta for trying to lobby the federal government to collect all of our information. All these fucking companies are slimy as shit. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts on the situation in the comments. Sorry for, such a negative video, but at the end of the day, I gotta give it to you guys straight. This is what's happening in the world right now. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more. See ya.